afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Great Wrestling Debate. We're coming off of the go-home show for Hell in a Cell already this Sunday. Of course, last week we had the major tag team titles change, and that was kind of it for that week. This week we had an interesting ending, I think, to with the contract signing and Big Show driving a big
yes, Big Show driving a big rig.
Yeah, through the into some trash cans.
Because you can't do it through the entrance ramp anymore, unlike Austin back in the day of the beer truck and because the ramps designed differently.
Yeah, the way it's set up, but nevertheless. I mean,
so and also no more Milkomania with what Kurt Angle did, where he drove through the entrance ramp too.
Yeah. But I thought, that was some good. And of course, in the beginning, you had the.
It was more. I'll give him this. It was more realistic. There was no theme song, and security actually did stop him when he got out of the vehicle.
Yeah, it's like, hey, he's driving a big rig in. Let's play. Let's hit the music. The Big Show music.
Let's hit the music.
Might as well,
hit the music for this guy who doesn't work here and whose house supposedly is getting evicted.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah. Then of course earlier he was like, standing in front of some big brick wall. And,
oh my god.
Whatever. Brick building, and that exchange with Stephanie McMahon as always, and Triple H in the ring, and it was a lot of matches involving the people in the matches at the pay-per-view,
which I think it's
mixed
up
matches.
5 I think right now.
Yeah, and of course as usual they'll probably throw in a couple more.
Yeah,
but at least the undercard for this looks a little better than the past couple pay-per-views. Obviously you got. The 2 world title matches and that the tag team championships. Although that was
Biggie. I'm sorry. The next John Cena, the organization, Biggie Langston against Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, I like the face turn. I like how they did the face turn. I think it was alright. People,
he's a big guy, and he actually is an athletic guy.
Yeah,
so,
and they already have, and Ryback, another big guy, is a heel,
and John Cena likes him. So he's got everything you need to almost be a top baby face.
Yeah, I think the way he was made.
You're big, you're athletic, you got the intimidating character, and you have a top guy that's a big fan of you. That's pretty much out the story of everybody who's made it to the top, pretty much.
Yeah.
Minus maybe a Stone Cold Steve Austin or some other guys that it was all fan reactions pretty much.
So I think they revitalized him there. So that was good, a good move by WWE, I think.
Yeah.
And then you got Ryback and Paul Heyman against CM Punk in a handicap.
Once again, hopefully this is not turned into the last time there was a handicap match in a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Which involved a man in his 70s bloodied up. Getting his head shoved off. Shoved up a giant's ass.
Yeah.
Not a giant ass, a giant's ass.
Yeah, which of course was the Big Show, and how the the story. I don't know how you want. Now the tables have turned with Big Show and Triple H, and of course Shawn Michaels at that contract signing. Kind of calling out Triple H, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, there wasn't much of a confrontation.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
and especially
with everybody else in the ring.
Even Shawn's little pep talk to almost like Daniel Bryan felt kind of like, I don't know, not as inspiring as you were hoping it might be.
Yeah, it's different when everybody else is in the ring too. You had Orton and Bryan in there, and
it's like I trained this guy.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like he showed any emotion into it.
Yeah, it's different when everybody else is in the ring. Like, if you just had Shawn Michaels and Triple H
for crying out loud, I think Randy Orton had the most emotional promo besides Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Out of anybody else who was on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, come from the guy that at one point got the robotic voice joke always thrown at him.
Yeah.
It's kind of an accomplishment, I guess, for Randy Orton, or a kind of a letdown for guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, who you'd expect would show something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a different atmosphere in there too. With it'd be different. I think if it was just Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the ring, And if it was, if it's Orton or
be careful, Tyler. That might be next week's opening
yeah,
segment of Raw, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But yeah, I mean, obviously, the Shawn Michaels being the guest referee, could be have big implications on this match.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, and what happens next week, and how Triple H reacts to all this and what goes down between that match, especially. Yeah, I mean that's interesting in and of itself. Aside from finally crowning the new WWE champion again.
Yeah, it's been like what, a
month and a half now.
Month and a half, yeah.
Because
to be fair, Saul Monson brought up
Night of Champions.
Saul Monson did bring up an interesting fact though. Like at one point, it was 3 months back in '98 before there was a champion crown, and then that's when they did that like deadly tournament at like Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Where that big swerve at the end of Mankind and The Rock.
Yeah.
Everybody thought the Mankind was the corporate handpicked champion, and all of a sudden the return was The Rock.
Yeah. So
Mankind was being set up to fail pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, and I mean, same thing with Del Rio and Cena kind of going in this. I mean, there was no Cena hasn't been at Raw or SmackDown to really build this match up.
No.
And this week now, they're suddenly Jerry Lawler and Cole and JBL, they're debating like, is Cena coming back too soon? Which throws an interesting curveball in this story. Or are they just trying to pull everybody's leg?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what
you gotta sell this pay per view somehow, Tyler.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden they bring it up like
but let's put it this way. I think most of us would not be surprised if John Cena is walking in with I guess this kind of replica belt I have right here.
Yeah, the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Del Rio wins, and once again, a big if. I'm at like 99.9% almost at this point here where he's not walking out with the belt. And even if he somehow does beat Cena, sometimes me that this little guy called a Money in the Bank Brave Briefcase winner might just walk down and cash in.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, we haven't seen any send down the last couple of weeks either.
Yeah. It's like they want everybody to forget about him or something, and
which is almost like how these things always happen.
Yeah. So I mean that'll definitely be something to look for, but yeah, I mean as far as the match goes, they're pointing out how like what if Del Rio takes advantage of John Cena's bad arm and with the cross arm breaker and this and that. But then, on the other hand, when will John Cena ever tap out? If he didn't tap out to Daniel Bryan yet,
no.
I don't think he's going to tap out to Alberto Del Rio, so... Yeah, that's a nice try there, but, I mean...
The day John Cena taps out, like I said, is the day they found the next John Cena.
Yeah, so... And
as of right now... Maybe minus the Biggie Langston at this stage. There's no John Cena right now.
Yeah, so, that's pretty much that. I mean, I'm not looking forward to. I'm looking forward whether or not maybe Sandow comes down. I'm
looking more forward to this than Battleground.
The pay-per-view overall,
it feels like this
but
is
the match
designed to wrap stuff up.
Yeah.
Whether it's the CM Punk Paul Heyman feud, the Daniel Bryan Randy Orton feud, which might just turn to a Big Show Randy Orton feud in the future or something.
I mean, it's odd because there's the whole thing. Daniel Bryan got the upper hand this week,
which, like I
said, go home show,
usually means the guy who got his ass kicked wins. So
which is just which does make it even more interesting because I mean, who knows at this point? It just makes it because if Randy Orton had the upper hand. Like we'd expect, then Daniel Bryan would likely go in there and win. So,
but then there's a special guest referee involved.
Yeah,
too,
I mean, at least hopefully we have a WWE champion.
To me, the shocking thing would be if Shawn screwed Daniel Bryan, and there was this whole setup to begin with.
Yeah, or if somebody somehow they have somebody break in and just destroy Daniel Bryan, and then. It's like, all right, you gotta get Triple H is there. You gotta count.
Or does Big Show break for himself because he's a giant.
Yeah, he spears he drives a big.
Well, do the old Undertaker routine where he crawls out of the ring and somehow there's a hole in the middle of it and attacks Orton from behind and knocks him out, and that's how the match ends.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but that'll
I can
be,
tell you
it should
this:
be
no one's
interesting.
getting tossed off of a cell.
Yeah. Probably,
In the words
yeah.
of a former superstar, Edge, he said he's thought about it a few times when he did matches, but he says it's impossible. The thing's bigger now than than
Yeah,
it was back in
it
the
does.
day.
Yeah, it definitely looks
and
bigger.
Mick Foley has told everybody, "Don't do it. You're gonna regret it in the long run."
Yeah,
Because I can tell you, most of Mick Foley's ailments of barely walking is due to the spots like that.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you got those matches, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The tag team, I guess, they had this supposed number one contenders match, which I'm confused by because normally people just get a rematch clause. And considering that the Shield were like, Triple H's.
Yeah, but they brought up that the Usos also won a number one contender match in the past
Yeah.
too. So
So I guess they figured, all right,
tell me
let's
they're
do
both
that.
number one contenders. So
Yeah, and then you had that, odd finish there with, Rhodes and
well, I knew that was gonna happen.
yeah. So maybe
It was clear both teams were getting
Yeah.
pushed. So
maybe we're gonna try to settle that on SmackDown. I don't know. Which,
I wouldn't mind throwing in the Real Americans
yeah.
so we can get a giant swing from Cesaro again.
yeah, that'd be
I'm telling you, this guy's gonna turn babyface, and he'll.
yeah.
You want to see an over guy
Yeah,
then?
kind of. Yeah,
Him doing a giant swing on some of these big guys is pretty impressive.
yeah. He's kind of already done it
I
on
went-
every big guy now.
Okay, that you know what? I would have. I don't think we did. Well, I think
Except
he did,
the Big Show,
Well, he did on.
maybe.
Yeah, well, he does on Big Show.
Then-
he definitely is going to get over that.
Yeah,
But no, but if he does it on Rey Mysterio, I hope he does like 100 times like he did
Yeah.
in that one indie show.
yeah,
That's on YouTube. You gotta look at like it's like it's not Antonio Cesaro. I think it's Claudio Castaneves because that was his Ring of Honor name, and it's like Claudio Castaneves' giant swing 100 times. And it's literally like this small wrestler, and he's just like doing it 100 times. You got like Daniel Bryan on the outside like counting along with the crowd.
1, 2, yeah.
And at the end, he like collapses on the ground because he's
Yeah.
like, I guess, actually dizzy or something or selling
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Biggie Langston against the Intercontinental Champion or Curtis Axel.
Yeah, I guess we can actually go to the actual predictions. I guess we ran down the card.
we
but
kind of did. Yeah, we kind of have gone through some of the
But
But as far as this goes, I mean, you want like I feel like they haven't known what to really do with Curtis Axel in the Intercontinental
I feel bad
Championship.
for the guy at this stage. You
Yeah.
thought this guy was going to go somewhere with Paul Heyman, but
Yeah,
I'm starting to think Paul Heyman's going to not be on television after Sunday
Yeah.
for a while.
I don't. Yeah,
Because if he gets slammed against a cell a few times, and I'm not going to say he's going to be a bloody mess because it's PG and really
Yeah.
I don't see any blood being shown, but if he's literally like going to sell an injury angle, we're not going to see him probably till WrestleMania.
yeah,
And really, once you lose Heyman, Axel hasn't really improved on the mic at all.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I you barely could take him serious as a performer in this feud. So
yeah.
and
Yeah.
honestly, I don't see him being Biggie Langston. 'Cause Biggie
yeah.
Langston pretty much beat up him and Ryback. That's right,
Yeah.
two guys by
Like
himself.
this baby face, I think they're gonna try to capitalize on momentum here. And,
But at the same time, I suppose this is Ryback's next feud is with Biggie Langston. And Ryback fighting for an Intercontinental title belt, while it might
Yeah,
add more prestige
yeah.
to it, why would he go for
Right.
these second-rate
when
belts?
when he's been in WWE Championship matches
And second of
as
all,
early as the
if
summer.
Biggie Langston's fighting main eventers, why does he need a secondary belt then?
Yeah,
So my
maybe DQ.
my guess DQ. Curtis
yeah.
Axel wins by DQ.
Yeah, or
It's-
Paul Heyman
It
or
is the
somebody helps
kickoff
out.
show. It's not
Yeah.
on the actual pay-per-view. You can watch it on YouTube for free.
Yeah,
So you're
Yeah.
not really cheating the fans out of anything.
yeah. So yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely say DQ.
So yeah,
because Lanks is not going to lose clean.
No.
So
no.
see, I think
In fact, he'll probably dominate
Definitely-
most of the match, and then Paul
Yeah.
Heyman will
We
sneaker
agree
his
there.
way into this match and
yeah,
somehow get a DQ.
yeah. So, now is there a Divas Championship match?
Yes, it is.
I feel like there hasn't been. I don't know.
It's
Fine.
I believe it's Brie Bella versus AJ
Again.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Well, it's a rematch.
a
I don't.
rematch,
Maybe
yeah.
she'll win this time. I don't know.
I mean, AJ's had the belt for a while, but at the same time, I don't want to see her
guess,
drop it.
yeah.
She's easily the most entertaining
I-
diva on the roster.
I mean, I get. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, unless they go with.
I mean, to be fair, she hasn't really done a whole lot since that pipe bomb she dropped. That
Yeah, I mean, it's
Divas.
like,
But
it's like that happened, and then it's like kind of just.
at the same time,
it didn't go anywhere.
At the same time, she doesn't, I think, have a lot to work with.
Yeah, it's not really a lot. Yeah,
Tyler, it's not this is Trish Stratus and Lita,
Yeah.
and Lita and Mickey James and Victoria.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's not like we're at the glory age of the Divas
Yeah.
division anymore.
Yeah. And all the Divas division was before Total Divas was AJ Lee and Caitlyn. That was pretty much it. And then like it's like now it's like all it feels a little forced because they have Total Divas, so they have to work it into Raw and stuff. And
Which is really all Divas anyway, because they have male wrestlers on there too,
Yeah.
especially in a relationship with one of
Yeah.
the Divas.
yeah, so yeah,
It's not even WWE's most popular show, which is supposed to be surrounded on Divas.
yeah,
Is completely sold on Divas. Well, some guys, I bet, some guys or anybody I think watches it pretty much
Yeah.
because hey, Daniel Bryan's on. We get to see Bryan Danielson in real life, I guess, or in reality, real
Yeah.
life, which is kind of not real life, but not like fake, really.
yeah.
That's about reality TV and professional wrestlers now. These guys in their characters still? Or are they in real life?
Yeah,
or
exactly. So
is this really how John Cena's house looks? Is this really how he walks every day? Because if it is, he's in pretty good shape right now.
yeah, so yeah, I guess I would think AJ Lee is going to win that. I don't.
Yeah.
And besides that, I don't think there's really anything else.
I mean,
that we know of.
To me,
yet.
I think CM
Something
Punk's
might
going to
come up.
win.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean, I to me, this is it. This is his final moment to get his hands on Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He doesn't get his hands on Paul Heyman after this. He's never getting his hands on Paul Heyman, which to me then makes this whole feud that's going on
Yeah.
for months and months. And I'm not saying it wasn't
Yeah.
entertaining months,
And even though
but the whole point is that he gets his hands eventually on Paul Heyman and beats the holy crap out of him
Yeah,
to a PG limit.
yeah. And even though they threw Ryback into it,
Yeah.
it didn't seem like anything came out of it
Well,
yet.
let's get me fair. Ryback, Brock Lesnar. Ryback, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, right off of Brock Lesnar.
Although Ryback might be feuding with
Biggie Langston, that could be good.
No, I was thinking of maybe another big guy at a certain WrestleMania 30 maybe coming up.
Oh yeah, Bill Goldberg.
Oh, the Goldberg. Oh, I wonder if you heard the Goldberg rumors.
Yeah, the speculation, and last week I
a
forgot.
DVD.
I forgot to even mention it last week. They had Jerry Lawler pointing out
Goldberg chants, acknowledging the chants.
Yeah. How about
Supposedly
that?
Vince McMahon fed that into his ear
Yeah.
from the grill position. They did promote a Goldberg DVD, which supposedly has 8 hours worth of matches, which is as someone just said. Must be most of his WWE matches because most of his WCW matches
were squash matches.
Lasted no more than 6 minutes at the
Yeah.
most. So
Yeah.
either we're watching the streaks from the
Squash
beginning,
matches. Yeah.
which I guess makes sense. I mean, but really, most of his matches didn't last more than 6 minutes in WCW
Yeah.
until you got the main event. Then some of them lasted maybe 10 or 11 minutes. That's right.
Yeah.
WCW main events, Tyler, 10,
Were-
11 minute long.
Yeah.
Because Goldberg was so raw as a wrestler. So many people have pointed out.
Yeah.
If he ever went above a certain amount of time, fans would start booing him because of his total lack of.
It would.
I mean, supposedly when he got in WWE, he got
It's
better.
the pace too. Yeah.
But at the same time, he also wasn't this dominant. I mean, he came out like a dominant force in the beginning, but once he started feuding Triple H, and Triple H said, "No, you're not gonna beat me in 6 minutes."
Yeah.
Really, I think that's when this whole unstoppable character pretty much died in WWE. But hey, it looks like no Rock's gonna happen, especially since the buy rate for 29 people weren't happy about.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Well, some people are saying people are starting to get sick of the Rock coming back now.
Yeah.
And then
Why don't? Yeah.
And then maybe if you're gonna bring legends back, don't bring them back every year.
Yeah.
Bring them back maybe every other year.
Well, it would. I mean, it's still interesting though, because
Yeah.
I mean, his loss at WrestleMania was the last time he was.
Yeah.
So I mean, he wasn't really able to, address in the ring, his future in the WWE. So
Wait, we're talking Goldberg or Rock?
no, Rock.
Okay, Rock.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said,
And
he supposedly said in interviews, like promoting
Yeah.
the Fast 6 movie that came out, that was his last match.
yeah,
And then if anything, he might have did a match with Brock Lesnar. That's about it. But
yeah,
but he even said that's an if. I mean, because him and Brock only wrestled one time. It was at SummerSlam. Brock won. So I would always assume Brock would win then.
yeah,
Because usually we have a rematch between two legends. Well, they won the first one, you
Yeah.
assume they're going to win the guy who's going the second one.
Yeah.
So the other guy could say, I at least beat this guy once.
Yeah.
But, besides that there, I mean, he pretty much said he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. He gave back to the fans a little bit more of The Rock, and, he beat Cena one time, but he said that was all set to set up him beating him at 29 pretty much.
Yeah.
His main goal in the end was to put Cena over. He said that was
Yeah.
always the goal in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he beat at 28. It was almost guaranteed those two were going to have a rematch at 29, and John Cena was going to win. And so John Cena can say he beat the Great One
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah.
And those two at least end in a draw. Which, to be fair, is a whole lot better than when Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels tried to get two matches together. Which almost came off more like okay, Hogan wins at SummerSlam and I win at Unforgiven. And Hogan going, no, brother.
Yeah.
You're too small. And
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels isn't as over legendary as Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but see the WrestleMania 29 I don't blame it on The Rock. I blame it on the way they set up, what was dubbed as twice as a lifetime, because he knew Cena would get the win, and then the same with the Triple H and Lesnar rematch.
I don't think
everybody knew that Triple H, this was designed for Triple H to win.
Not that, I don't think people wanted to see the rematch. I don't care how much.
That too. I mean, people.
I don't think people wanted to see.
They weren't
Lesnar or Triple H too. I think they felt there was a need for it.
I think they felt that the first one was enough.
Yeah, the first one told plenty.
Yeah.
The first one at SummerSlam.
The third one was different because it was it was a little more unpredictable at that point.
Yeah, steel chair. Yeah,
people didn't like it.
At the end of the day, I think people knew Lesnar had the win because Lesnar does have a contract still, and he does need to be in matches still.
Yeah.
And actually, he's actually on a 2-match win streak now. So this is actually his biggest win streak so far since coming back.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't have any problem with The Rock, coming back and having a match here and there. But let's also keep in mind, he had 3 big matches in a short span. Mm-hmm. The year before that, he only he had the tag team match at Survivor Series, and then several months later the WrestleMania.
I mean, I think the one criticism, and I know I heard this, and I usually would deny these people in the beginning, but I definitely noticed this now watching the 28 DVD for a while now. Because my brother owns it.
Yeah.
But The Rock was clearly gassed in the 28 match. Yeah. He was clearly breathing heavy at one point in the match, and Cena clearly had to start carrying him there. I mean, if you don't start noticing that at a point, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's also a reason why he keeps hurting himself in these matches, too. Like, legitimate injuries. And
yeah.
I think it's because... I don't think he's in the best shape of his life. I think physically he looks like he is,
as far as muscle mass,
but I really don't think he's really in the best shape of his life.
If you used to watch, when he was, back in his earlier days, I think getting ready for his the match with Lesnar. I remember them. There's a montage of him.
Montage of him
running bleachers and doing
big
box, big box jumps.
Oh yeah, very big box.
Yeah, that's athleticism. Yeah. And let's not. The Rock used to be a big time football player
for Miami. He played for you.
So he was quite an athlete.
Yeah.
Now he's more of a bodybuilder, I guess.
I mean, because let's face it. I mean, for Hollywood, they want you to have. You need to show muscle. You need to actually be a physical intimidation.
His flexibility. Yeah. I've said this before. I think a while ago. His flexibility probably isn't the same as especially at his age. He clearly is
way more jacked than he was back in the day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think his endurance is as great as it used to be either.
Yeah, that too.
I think it's because he's been training
now.
I think it's because he's been training a lot for show and no go.
For muscle, yeah.
Because he doesn't do that much physical activity.
Right. So
I mean, some stunts here and there, but that's about it.
He's more in the body. Yeah, it's different. It's more about different kind of fitness.
Yeah, it's different kind of fitness. So I mean, you watch it in 28 and a little bit in 29 too. But I mean, I think 29 he actually was a little more prepared. But 28,
he was a little more in the groove.
Clearly, towards the end of the match, he was a little more gassed. I think, and he wasn't at Survivor Series because he was only in a couple of minutes. Really, you look at Cena was in most of the match. Really got his ass kicked. Yeah. But he was in the tag team most of the match most of the time.
Yeah, and yet still, I mean, Cena didn't seem to do much to innovate. In any of the WrestleMania matches.
No,
I don't know.
But
he still didn't do any pulling.
Those matches were only going to be so because it was a dream match that fans wanted to see for so long because you had two generational superstars fighting each other. And to their credit, this is probably the best shape these guys are ever going to be in when they fought each other. I mean, it wasn't like it was. I mean, I should say, I think when Hogan and Rock fought at 18, Hogan was still in decent amount of wrestling shape.
Yeah.
He was clearly getting up there in age. You could tell.
Yeah.
But he could still take a bump here and there.
Yeah.
Unlike today, where supposedly you can't even, like, pretend to put a full Nelson around him because then he might hurt himself. So, and yet TNA really wants to have this guy signed with the company still.
Yeah.
Although, let's get Hulk Hogan's other name that's coming out for maybe WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it because he's not going to do anything. And
Yeah.
and if he does, I don't want to see him beat up some.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him bury some young talent in the ring.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he can't even do. Tyler, he can't do the big leg anymore. Can't do the leg drop because he might hurt his hip.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I thought The Rock against CM Punk. I thought The Rock, technically speaking, looked pretty decent actually. You know,
but again, I think CM Punk is a better.
He's a better technical wrestler than Cena.
Technical, a little smaller.
Yeah.
He's a whole lot easier to toss around.
He's more, and he's more flexible than Cena, and you know.
Yeah, but no, I mean, and I really don't know how Punk feels behind the scenes with those two matches he had.
Yeah,
with him.
Both losses. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So
how he has one loss to Triple H, a non full time guy too. So I guess Punk against non full time guys isn't really. Undertaker. Well, Undertaker is going to be almost a guarantee at this point because some people always ask like, is that going to happen? And you know, hell, I think even Don Turnbull is just saying, well, he's going to happen because what's the point? It's going to be a quick buzz for a week, and then that guy's going to be it. The guy's going to lose it.
Yeah.
Whoever wins is going to lose it. What if that guy fails though? If he's a young guy and he fails. Oh, okay, this is the guy. This is the guy that had the streak. Well, he turned to be a nobody.
Yeah.
He wasn't somebody, but he turned to be a nobody. He was going to be the next Austin or Rock or Cena. He was a nobody in the end. But no, I guess go back to the Goldberg thing. I think it would be interesting. Ryback, I mean, the only reason I guess it would make sense because of the chant.
The whole comparison thing, yeah.
But at the same time here, I don't know if he's even in the best shape of his life, Goldberg. I mean, you might as well just bring back the Ultimate Warrior for one night, too.
Yeah. I guess supposedly Goldberg's been doing, like, a lot of, like, MMA training stuff, even though, you know, he's not fighting in MMA.
He commentated during Lesnar's MMA debut. Not his UFC debut. He did have one MMA match before UFC.
Yeah.
Picked him up. And Goldberg, I remember, was the commentator there, and he was actually referencing being in the ring of him for WrestleMania 20, which I'm surprised he even wants to even bring that match up.
Yeah.
Because I think almost everybody who's been involved, mainly Austin's knowledge, that was one of the most horrible WrestleMania matches ever. I would say horrible. It was the most boring. Had so much hype going into it, and you talk about like
it was a chant fest.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing. It was chant fest, and it was all geared towards both competitors. But saying, because you sold out.
They were both leaving. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I did see IGN posted like a road to 30 years of WrestleMania
match. Yeah.
One of them was Goldberg and Lesnar, and they do have during the entrances "You So El" chants are in it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the match, when you as Goldberg pin Lesnar, and Austin has to stand out with Lesnar, and Goldberg comes in and shoves Austin out of the way. Then you, the end of the match, is Austin, and you have an limited amount of stunners. You just got stunned both Austin, Goldberg, and Lesnar once, because that's how the match ended. He stunned both of them.
Right.
And the words of Jim Ross, he just stunned them out of the WWE pretty much. And pretty much, Jim Ross almost said there would almost like as a shot to Lesnar and Goldberg. There will always be one Steve Austin. This will always be his kingdom and his home, and that kind of like a shot of because Lesnar at the time was like this rising star. People thought that would overtake maybe an Austin someday as the most popular, and that never happened. And then Goldberg, some people thought the Austin of WCW maybe would come into WWE and do the same thing. That never happened.
Yeah.
So Austin kind of. In the end of the day, kind of symbolically said, no, this is my house, people. And nobody's taking it, except maybe a John Cena one day, maybe.
Yeah.
But
to some degree, yeah.
To some degree. I mean, according to people who followed sales, at least of merchandise, he's close to Austin numbers.
Yeah.
He's been for a while.
Yeah, and also he's had a longer run, too.
Well, that's the thing there, too. A lot of people always said this whole idea of, what if Austin didn't hurt his neck against Bret Hart? And what if he didn't have this, and this didn't happen? And, would he probably even still be wrestling now, at least part-time, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole what-ifs of Austin is mind-boggling there. But no, I mean, he had a very short run, and a lot of people probably thought he would if he did have all these neck and back injuries, or even knee problems.
Yeah. And Cena kind of became big, when he was still in his 20s, where that wasn't really the case with Austin. So, I mean, that's part of it, too.
But how besides Goldberg, it's every year now of TNA now, but
yeah.
Sting's contract gets it supposedly ends in January, and already there's that. Oh man, we gotta get this Sting Undertaker match finally. Honestly, I don't want to because I saw his Bound for Glory match against a very young Magnus, and it was clear Magnus was carrying most of the match. And number two is Sting doesn't even if he is I tell you what Vince is gonna tell him, dude, you're not coming out wrestling in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that some reason wants to hide his, I guess, bad physique now he has.
Yeah.
So he has to wrestle in a t-shirt now. And I can tell you this, much like when Kevin Nash was negotiating with Vince about coming back to WWE, and Vince pretty much told him, well, if you are, you gotta wear that gray hair. And Kevin looked at him like, why? Because I don't want to see an old guy in the ring.
Yeah.
So either look young.
He dyed that.
Yeah, he died. What happened? He dyed his hair.
like jet black. It looked almost
like his own haircut, pretty much back in the day. So
yeah, it was quite obvious.
Yeah.
I remember. I think CM Punk took a shot at that. I remember in the one promo.
Oh no! His best line towards Nash was referencing
cell phone reference.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
thought it was dead. LOL. No. I said that was the best one. Second best one was all the movie references he made. That Nash was in the Super Shredder.
Yeah,
which like you said, no one might have picked up there because unless you watch those old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, you never realize that. In the end of the second one, when Shredder takes that formula, that drinks that serum, he becomes Super Shredder, and that's actually Kevin Nash in a Shredder costume trying to wreck a pier.
Yeah.
You actually can hear it's clearly Nash too. I mean.
Yeah.
But we can all laugh at every Hulk Hogan movie from the 80s and 90s that came out.
Right.
It was like Mr. Nanny or
I don't.
Suburban Commando.
Yeah. Yeah. And and lastly, I mean, also we gotta wait and see. I guess when Vince McMahon comes back, and maybe see if a legend
like I said,
comes by
to
his
me,
side.
I think right now there's a lot of matches at least that are being planned for WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's a lot of
we're
thoughts.
only 2 pay-per-views away from the Royal Rumble, which means WrestleMania is almost here. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Vince comes back. Hell, even next Monday, because that was rumored too. Because they are happy with the ratings, but at the same time, John Cena's back next Monday. So
apparently
we'll see how the rest of the roster turns out with Cena back on the show.
Yeah, unless it's like they have like some kind of kayfabe re-injury or something. I don't know.
No, it sounds like Super Cena defied the odds once again.
I would think, it might just be them pulling everybody's,
No. I think John Cena somehow,
back in
some way
full
can get through rehab pretty damn fast.
Yeah, yeah. As evidenced by the little video montage in the gym.
Well, to be fair, was it as stupid as the Triple H quad injury from SummerSlam? Yeah, especially with the whole Bionic Man.
Yeah.
No, shit, the $1 million Man, Bionic Man like theme, pretty much. We can make him bigger.
We can
bigger, stronger, faster.
We can rebuild him, or so. Yeah,
we can make him bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
It was seeing that's the thing too. I used to miss that too. He used to always show the surgery these guys went through, like the actual surgery, which is always if you're a little kid, I'm sure really look you up. Oh my God, Mommy, is that supposed to go there? I mean, to be fair, it's Dr. James Andrews. He's worked with a lot of football players and athletes. Even RG3, he's the guy who's responsible for the whole calling out Mike Shanahan, saying, I don't know why the hell they even started him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, but I obviously they can't do it for a PG era now. If they do, it's in black and white, because, you can't show blood, I guess, on TV.
Yeah.
Even in real life, even it's actual blood coming out.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, I don't think it was that worse. I think it was funny, though, when they showed the pay-per-view hype video during a commercial, and it looked like it was like a violent John Cena. At least, but he's like wearing like a pink outfit, too, because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it's like, it's supposed to be intimidating and scary, but it's not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, especially and with like everybody in pink. Well,
but
except maybe the heels.
The less intimidating thing I'm probably going to see is going to be Hornswoggle in the new Leprechaun movie coming out. But trying to watch him play a demonic leprechaun is going to be, I think, funny on its own.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that'll wrap things up for the Great Wrestling Debate today. Yeah, still some things I guess maybe to be solved on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll wait and see there.
You
so.
know, who knows?
Still
Maybe we'll get some confirmation on this whole Goldberg thing because
yeah.
Goldberg says there's no actual talks, but
Yeah.
you know
that's happened in the past.
Well, remember when King of the Ring,
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, they advertised him when he went over Greatest Champions. Brock Lesnar's name came up. So trust me, when they're showing names of talent that you haven't seen before, they're clearly trying to get these guys to sign up the company.
Yeah.
The question now is going to be, and trust me, Goldberg's thinking about it. The question is always going to be, how much and how long?
Yeah.
Because that was the problem with him last time. He didn't like the full-time schedule.
Right.
So, and obviously he's not doing a full-time schedule now, but
Yeah.
how much, how long?
Right.
And I wouldn't even think I don't even see him doing a Rob Van Dam schedule. I think it's going to be more like a Brock Lesnar one.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
If anything, that's what he's going to do. He's going to do one event, maybe 2 events each year, and that's about it.
Yeah, because he could be a big draw too. I mean,
Well, yeah, pay-per-view draw. That's what you need him for.
Yeah.
Hell, we might get a Lesnar Goldberg rematch, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that might actually.
Hopefully entertaining.
Yeah. And maybe the people won't have to chant, hey, no, hey, goodbye, and
Yeah, he's so loud. And
they can say you came back. Or,
boring, boring, and maybe bring on a random Austin chant.
They could chant right back instead of Goldberg's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that'll wrap things up. Thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll be back next week to talk about what happens at Hell in a Cell. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for tuning in as always.